If your life feels out of control, it's probably because it has no structure. And here's the truth. Without structure, there is no place for discipline. Every day just turns into a negotiation. You know you should wake up early, but there's no real reason to do it. You know you should work out, but you tell yourself, maybe I'll just go do it later. And when you tell yourself, maybe later, that's just you slowly killing your potential. So today I'm going to show you how to fix that. I'm going to give you 6 powerful ways to structure your life so that discipline becomes easy and it becomes something that you live by. If you're in the same position as I was a few years ago, then I believe the day I'm about to describe is going to feel very familiar. Let me describe to you a typical day for a guy who wants to improve his life, but he just doesn't know how to go about it. You wake up later than you wanted to, you grab your phone, you scroll for a few minutes, and then you already feel left behind. You already feel like the day is fucked. You tell yourself you go to the gym later, but work or school run longer than expected. And now you're just exhausted. You end the day by watching YouTube or Netflix or playing video games and tell yourself that tomorrow will be different, but it just doesn't happen. The reason why that happens is because you have no structure. And without a structure in your life is just getting dictated by your feeling. And your feelings are the worst manager of your life that you could ask for. If you don't control your environment will control you. In my case, I used to think that I just needed to want it more. I would try and pump myself up with motivational videos. I would start fresh on every Monday and I would write the goals that I would strive for, but I just never took action on them. The turning point came when I stopped trying to change myself, but I started changing my environment. I started changing the things that are around me, the things that surround me, the things that I live with. And I also built systems. I structured my days and that just changed everything. So here is how to structure your life for extreme discipline. Number 1, start with a system, or you can call it a morning routine. The first 30 minutes of your day determine the direction your day is going to have. If your day starts with noise, social media, and distractions, your discipline just starts on the wrong foot. Instead, you need to build a system. Wake up early, hydrate, stretch, or go on a walk, review your plan for the day. You don't need a long ass process, you just need 2 to 3 simple steps that you are going to do in the morning. So basically a very simple morning routine. And those steps need to be repeatable so that you can lock in intention and momentum every morning. When your mornings are structured and they have a direction, it is very easy to be disciplined and the rest of your days just goes smooth. The second thing is to time block your non-negotiable habits. Think of it this way. If you don't schedule something, you don't do it. Because most people let their days be determined by the agendas of other people or what other people want them to do. They don't let their days be determined by what they actually want to do. So instead of letting your day be determined by other people, what you need to do is time block your non-negotiables. Time block a moment to work out, time block a moment to work, time block a moment to learn, time block a moment to spend with your family and your friends. Literally put everything in a calendar and treat everything like it's a meeting. All this is to protect yourself from distractions where you're on the way to becoming a disciplined person. Number 3 is to make discipline visual. You need to see that you are actually working on yourself. You need to see that you're actually making progress on the things that you want to achieve. We human beings are very visual creatures, and when your progress in things that you are trying to achieve is invisible, it's very easy to feel like you are not making any progress. It's easy to feel like nothing is changing at all. So you need to make your progress visible. You need to make your discipline visible. You need to make it easy for you to see it every single day. You can use a whiteboard or a piece of paper as your habit tracker to cross off your daily habits every time you complete them. Or maybe stick your goals on your wall so that you can be reminded of it every day. When you can see the efforts and the progress that you are making, your brain just craves consistency. It wants you to keep going so you can make more progress on your goals. Which means that just by seeing your goals and the efforts that you put into achieving those goals every single day, you will feel more compelled to keep working. Number 4 is to create friction for bad habits. Discipline is not just about doing the right things, but it's also about making the act of doing the wrong things very difficult. This is the part that most people skip. If you think that scrolling is killing your mornings, then remove the app or take it off your home screen. If you usually crave junk food, then don't keep junk food in your house. You need to remove the trigger for the bad habit, or at least make it very difficult to complete the bad habit. That little bit of friction, that little bit of, oh man, I don't want to do this, is the difference between progress and regretting your actions. And number 5 is to simplify your environment. A scattered space needs to a scattered mind, and when your mind is scattered, being disciplined is very difficult. You need to set up your space so it encourages movement and action, because everything is already set in place for you to do the task that you need to do. A clean and clear space makes it easier for us to do what matters and makes it harder to hide in distraction. For example, if your desk is unorganized, it's going to be very difficult for you to study. But if your desk is clean and organized, it's going to be very easy for you to pick up your books and study. Number 6 is to anticipate temptation. On your journey to be disciplined, you will be tempted, you will be tired, and you will want to quit. So you need to plan for your bad days. You need to anticipate your bad days. Don't let your decisions be made in the time of weakness, but you need to make them when you are still strong or when your mind is still clear. For example, if you know you scroll too much at night, you can set an app timer that is going to turn off the app at night, or you can just turn off your phone at night so you don't have to be distracted by it. I like to call this a temptation defense system. The more you anticipate temptation, the less it surprises you and the easier it is to counter. For example, in my case, I know that on Sundays, after a full day of meal prepping, I want to just relax by watching a show or by playing video games. So now that I am aware of that temptation, I can plan for ways to counter it by maybe going on a walk or by just going to bed. That's what smart discipline looks like. It's not about perfection, but it's about preparation. So those are the 6 ways to structure your life for extreme discipline. You need to start your day with a system or a morning routine. You need to block time for your non-negotiable habits. You need to make discipline a visual thing. You need to create friction for the bad habits. You need to simplify your environment by organizing your space. And you need to anticipate your temptations. When your life is structured right, discipline stops being a battle, but it becomes a rhythm or a song that you like listening to. You're no longer waking up every day hoping you will be focused because you have already built up your life to make focus an automatic thing. So here's your challenge. Build a structure for your life following the above principles and start small. You will see just how easier it is to become disciplined when you have a plan and a structure.